no battery outruns the Energizer.
Energizer, it's do run, run, do run, run.
Happy holidays from Energizer.
If a food gave your baby extra nutrition, wouldn't you buy it for him? What if this were your baby? Give him the extra nutrition of Puppy Chow brand puppy food from Purina. Don't treat your puppy like a dog. Feed him Puppy Chow.
Oh, tired feet. Oh, Christmas feet. This endless shopping has me beat.
This year, give the gift of comfort. Give her Isotoner Comfort Slippers. The unique fabric gently shapes to her foot for a soothing barefoot fit. They're a treat for tired feet.
Give comfort slippers for my feet.
Timex Atlantis 100, because 2/3 of the Earth is covered with water.
Had enough calcium today? Need more? Introducing another Rolaids, calcium-rich cherry Rolaids, a great antacid plus calcium. New calcium-rich Rolaids, relief you want, calcium you need.
To Sally and Janet and Donna and Trisha, I'm going to get you a Kodak disc. Win your heart, get a kiss, catch the fun. Just like this, I'm going to get you a Kodak disc.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
NBC Monday Night at the Movies will return following these messages.
Tom Kennedy hosts a team of TV's funniest stars.
Thank you. Okay.
On the new comedy game show, Wordplay.
You don't want to miss it.
Premieres Monday.
The best and brightest of the bowls are on NBC. The Michigan Wolverines battle the Sun Devils of Arizona State at the Rose Bowl, New Year's Day on NBC.
Make it an occasion. Cordon Negro Brut by Freixenete.
Arrest in the Howard Beach beatings of 3 blacks at 11.
Christmas Eve continues, starring Loretta Young, Arthur Hill, and Trevor Howard.
Everything looks different in winter.
You don't.
Seagram's golden wine cooler.
It's wet, and it's dry, and it's Seagram's. Remember?
I thought it was just a line you use in summer.
Some things outlast the summer.
Like?
Seagram's golden wine cooler.
Anything else?
Be patient.
I was.
Seagram's golden wine cooler. It's wet and it's dry.
Once we finish this, I'm going to need a little restoring. My muscles are sore. I used to take aspirin or Tylenol, but now I take Advil. You see, Advil has a non-prescription strain of the medicine in the prescription brand Motrin. Doctors have recommended Advil over 5 million times. And for muscle aches, pharmacists recommend Advil more than anything else. For muscle aches, backaches, headaches too. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
When you have a cold, this is the focus of suffering. Where you want Dristan, where you clog. Drip, throb. Dristan gives you extra relief. Many cold products contain antihistamine, others add decongestant, but Dristan adds a third medicine to relieve aches and pains, an extra medicine for extra relief. At the focus of suffering. Dristan, tablets, and new coated caplets too.
Ooh, Nestle Toll House cookies.
Hey, wait a minute. Let's be grown up about this. One each, okay? Here, one for you and one for me.
Wrong.
Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies. Everything should be this good.
Because the Black & Decker Flame Buster fire extinguisher is easy to use and works instantly, it can turn a fire into a mere flash in the pan. The Flame Buster. Black & Decker. Ideas at work.
NBC Monday Night at the Movies will return following these messages.
Wrap up your holiday season with the Oscar-winning movie for the whole family, The Sound of Music, Sunday.
This is NBC News Digest. Here is Norma Quarles, NBC News.
Good evening. The gates of Edwards Air Force Base will be opened in a few hours. Thousands are expected to drive there to see Voyager return from its round-the-world flight. Landing is at dawn. Police and spectators turned out en masse tonight for what had been billed as another big student demonstration in Shanghai. But the students, apparently fearing arrest, stayed home. Now this.
The 35mm automatic one-touch from Nikon. It puts great photography at everybody's fingertips.
The price of gasoline could be heading up again by as much as $0.10 a gallon. That's in response to OPEC's decision to cut production. And Nobel Prize winner Andrei Sakharov returns to Moscow tomorrow after 7 years internal exile in Gorky. I'm Norma Quarles in New York. More news later on this NBC station.
Corning's see-through vision saucepan is extraordinary. It never stains and withstands heat that turns ordinary saucepans into sauce. Vision's cookware lets you look while you cook, and the handle stays cool because it's made of a revolutionary material, perfect for the microwave. Cleans up in a snap. Vision's range-top cookware. It makes a great gift, too, from Corning, that little blue flower, and a whole lot more.
Here's the great truck deal you've been waiting for. Right now, Nissan dealers are offering 4 fantastic ways to save big bucks on hard-body trucks. Get low 3.9% factory financing, or get up to $800 cash back. Plus, get our value-added option package on e-models worth $630 at no extra cost. And buy before January 1st and deduct the sales tax. There will never be a better time to buy a hard-body truck than right now. See your tri-state Nissan dealer today.
Arrest in the Howard Beach beatings at 11.
Christmas Eve continues, starring Loretta Young, Arthur Hill, and Trevor Howard.
In the game of life, Eugene Jerome drew a full house.
What's wrong with being in love with your cousin? You can't marry your first cousin and get babies with 9 heads.
Full of unbendable rules.
Wash your hands.
They're clean. I'm wearing a glove.
Full of impossible dreams.
Actually, I'd give up writing if I could see a naked girl while I was eating ice cream.
Directed by Gene Sachs, it's Neil Simon's hilarious new comedy, Brighton Beach Memoirs, rated PG-13. Starts Thursday at select theaters.
Give me popcorn that tastes the best.
Some microwave popcorns talk about how they pop. But come on, how about taste?
I want the best.
Pillsbury butter popcorn tastes best.
Gotta pop fast. Gotta be fun with the buttery taste that's #1.
Pillsbury microwave popcorn. In tests across America, its great buttery taste won.
When you want it now and you want it good, we won.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
This holiday season, serve the very best at any gathering. Serve delicious chicken tenders from Burger King.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
Chicken tenders are all white meat breast fillets, not formed bits and pieces of chicken like McNuggets. Plus, they're cooked in 100% vegetable oil. So pick up chicken tenders from Burger King. This holiday, how could you serve anything less than the best?
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
Well, Dad, like it?
Your daddy loves Old Spice.
I love the smell of my daddy.
This Christmas, give your men the clean, masculine scent of Old Spice.
I love the smell of Daddy. And so does Mommy.
Give him the gift he'll love, Old Spice.
Italy is a country filled with beauty and art and a rare love of land. From the land come the superb wines, so much a part of Italy's pride and family heritage. Italy invites you to share its wines. Italy's gift to the world.
Tuesday, Matlock defends a mom in a murder.
Can you get me out of here?
Will Matlock pull some stings to bring them together?
My client's life is at stake.
Then
White cop kills black cop. Everybody's talking about a cover-up.
there's no cover-up. Racism eats the hill.
I'm sitting on an explosive situation here.
A race war.
Hill Street Blues.
Come on home, Tuesday.
On 1986, they were unlikely friends, An Vang and Neil Davis, but their friendship withstood the test of time, war, and even death. The story, Tuesday.
We tried to become pregnant for over 2 years before first response.
Thanks, first response.
We wanted to have our baby in June.
Thanks, first response.
Becoming pregnant isn't always easy. There's only one time a month a woman can conceive, the day she ovulates. First Response Ovulation Predictor, a simple home test, reliably predicts that day.
The day I ovulated was a mystery before first response.
First Response Ovulation Predictor Test.
Here's living proof it works.
From the maker of Tampax tampons.
Stop squirming. Sucrete spray will take care of your sore throat. Trust me.
For temporary relief of minor sore throat pain, Sucrettes last twice as long as the other leading brand.
Maximum strength Sucrete spray. Lasts twice as long.
It's coming. The fastest way to win $10 million. It's the Publishers Clearinghouse Sweepstakes. The winning number will be announced January 29th. Watch your mail for this house. Only Publishers Clearinghouse can give you $10 million so fast. So enter.
Even today, myths about menstrual pain can profoundly affect us. So we expect and accept painful periods as part of being a woman. It's time to shatter the myth. With a truly advanced formula, new Midol 200, it helps block the source of menstrual pain with ibuprofen, a powerful anti-prostaglandin ingredient for menstrual pain. New Midol 200, the menstrual pain specialist. Stop the pain and shatter the myth.
Papa and I are in a bit of a spot.
Fortunately, my flashlight's got new Kodak Superlight batteries with the real gold tip for the best contact. Yes, Papa clings to the old ways. He does not know that in flashlight tests, Superlight outlasted the copper top by up to 60 minutes. Oh, really, Papa? Everyone knows you don't go for the copper, you go for the gold. See, Papa? Papa? Papa?
NBC Monday Night at the Movies will return following these messages.
Wednesday on Highway to Heaven, Jonathan teaches a modern-day Scrooge a Christmas lesson. Then it's an hour of laughs with...
Give me a break.
And you again.
Loaded, 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 loaded.
Oh, that's perfect.
Then let St. Elsewhere wrap up your Christmas Eve with love.
Merry, Merry.
Merry Christmas. Come home. Wednesday.
This News 4 update is sponsored by Calvin Klein Obsession for Men.
Good evening. At 11, arrests in the racially motivated beatings of 3 blacks. Police question 11 youths in Howard Beach in an attack Mayor Koch has compared to a southern lynch mob. 4 arrests so far. And an agreement in Albany that could save the dollar fare.
The president says he will not pardon 2 former aides in the Iran arms scandal. Voyager prepares for an historic landing tomorrow. And Mr. America is crowned in Manhattan.
Members of the jury, the accused stands before you on trial for his sins. Forgive me. I loved you all.
Liar, you only love your dreams.
Dreams are where a man invents himself. Is that a sin?
Your life will be a great and lonely one.
Forgive me.
You belong to no one.
I rest my case. If living with obsession is a sin, let me be guilty.
Calvin Klein's Obsession for Men. I'd know him in the dark.
At Macy's Bamberger.
And I can't wait to show you Paris. You love the parks, the cafes, and I hope you like Claude. My fiancé, love Olivia.
When you just can't wait for the whole story, pick up the phone.
Fiancé? Who is he? When did you meet him?
AT&T International Long Distance makes it easy, and it costs a lot less than you'd think.
Does my maid of honor forgive me for surprising her? Absolument.
Why don't we dress for dinner tonight?
Bordeaux, the elegance, the glory of France. Bordeaux, the color of good taste.
Linus Pauling and Jack LaLanne on the next Donahue.
Christmas Eve continues, starring Loretta Young, Arthur Hill, and Trevor Howard.
For every man who wears Brute, there's a woman who loves what he smells like. There's something about Brute that's nice to be close to, and nobody knows that better than a woman.
Honey, I was just thinking about you.
Brute, it smells like a man. And now, Brute invites you to enter the over-the-top Brute sweepstakes. Win one of 10 Brute Dodge 4x4s, entries where Brute gift sets are sold.
In the tradition of Christmas past, Zales brings you the Christmas present. Gifts with style. There's just enough time to find a gift she'll truly love at Zales. Diamonds, 14-karat gold, gemstones, and more. The right styles at the right prices. So hurry, Zales Christmas presents. Buy now and pay nothing until April of '87 at Zales.
America, the vote is coming in on which underwear you choose most. Fruit of the Loom on the next 5 brands combined. Take it away, Grapes.
Our briefs and T-shirts are building a landslide, coast to coast. They fit great and last long.
We're outselling the next 5 brands combined. We're voting for you with our dollars.
So for quality and value, Fruit of the Loom is the people's choice. #1 outsells the next 5 brands combined. Bulletin. Now save up to $5 on Fruit of the Loom underwear. Details at participating stores.
Milk-Bone Dog Biscuits. Dog treats and flavor snacks. Merry Christmas, pal.
Tums doesn't have it. Rolaids doesn't have it. Malox Plus does. We have what you need for complete relief of excess acid, heartburn, and gas. Malox for acid and heartburn, plus simethicone for gas. Get complete relief. Try Malox Plus.
Thursday, the Cheers gang will show you a new way to celebrate Christmas.
Go out and ring some doorbells and run away.
And on Night Court, a bunch of dummies make Harry the butt of their joke.
Okay.
Then the people, the power, the conflict.
This is an outrage.
The hit called L.A. Law.
Thursday.
Can a team hit 4,000 home runs a season? Can the real Miami Vice cut it on TV? Can you stand the heat of this sizzling swimwear? Find out on Fast Copy Friday.
Here they are, folks. AT&T lookalikes. Pass them off as the real McCoy.
They work like AT&T phones?
Yeah, they look like AT&T phones. You talk there and listen there.
These are beautiful.
An unsolicited testimonial.
Are they as reliable as my AT&T phone?
Don't I look reliable? Madam, he looks extremely reliable.
Now second-class phones even look like AT&T phones, but they still don't work like AT&T phones.
Taxi!
After all, you get what you pay for. AT&T, the right choice.
You know, it's funny. Lots of people used to think what made a great raisin bran was just a couple of scoops of raisins. But today, people want more. That's why today's people prefer Post Natural Raisin Bran. Post is different. Look how some raisin brands hide their raisins with sugar. Not Post. These beauties are naturally sweet. And taste these crispy wheat and bran flakes. Fantastic. So don't settle for just any raisin bran. Insist on Post Natural Raisin Bran. Today's people prefer Post.
Black & Decker's automatic shut-off iron. Because even those with the best memories can't forget to turn their irons off.
Oh, thank you.
The Black & Decker Space Maker coffee maker mounts up above your counter, so it not only makes up to 10 cups of perfectly brewed coffee, it leaves plenty of room for dessert. Now from Black & Decker. Ideas at work.
With so many confusing claims about the strength of pain relievers, maybe you're confused too. Well, nothing you can take without a prescription is more effective for headaches than extra-strength Tylenol. Nothing. And the largest clinical headache study ever against ibuprofen confirms it. And something else you should know. Tylenol doesn't irritate your stomach the way aspirin and even ibuprofen can. If nothing is more effective for headaches, and Tylenol is gentler to your stomach, shouldn't your choice be Tylenol?
Later tonight, for the best in laughter, tune in the best of Carson. Join Johnny and his guests Jack Lemmon and Sade. Then it's Late Night Lunacy, as Michael Palin of the Monty Python troupe joins Late Night with David Letterman. Also dropping in to make sure David is eating properly is Chef Julia Child.
She's supposed to get married, but just chickened out.
I'm such a coward, it makes me throw up.
She's searching for the family she never knew.
I want to see my father.
It's the adventure of a lifetime in a world movie premiere. Meeting all the right people in all the wrong places. Discovering life, love, and friendship in a Blue DeVille next Monday.
Up next on News 4, suspects are being questioned, and the lineups continue tonight in the racial beatings of 3 black men in Queens. So far, 4 arrests. We'll have a live report. And an agreement in Albany tonight that could save the dollar fare.
President Reagan says he will not pardon 2 former aides in the Iran-Contra affair. Voyager is heading home for an historic landing in California tomorrow. And Mr. America is crowned in New York next.
I loved it today because today there were bagels and coffee.
You'll notice a big plus on the Eastern Air Shuttle.
I was a little late this morning. I didn't have time for coffee. I got coffee on the airplane.
And the little snack. I mean, it's not necessary, but it's a nice kind of gesture.
They're not 7-course dinners, but at least they're a little something to munch on the flight.
We have enough now. Along with snacks and beverages, there's roomier seating and more comfortable terminals. The Eastern Air Shuttle Plus.
The old was good, the new was better. I'm going to stay with Eastern.
Inside every Burger King Chicken Tenders holiday pack, there's a party. Now, for a limited time at Burger King, you can get the Chicken Tenders 20-piece holiday pack. Outside, a festive holiday box. Inside, a party ready to happen. Pick up a holiday pack. 20 chicken tenders, not 4 bits and pieces of chicken, but all white meat chicken breast fillets. Pick one up before this offer ends and have a party. Because there ain't nothing like the real thing.
Ah, the comforts of driving an automobile engineered for the German Autobahn. A luxury car designed for the smoothest of roads. A car that comfortably negotiates the wide, open highway. A car like the Audi. Of course, if you drive roads other than the German Autobahn, you may appreciate your Audi even more. If you're ready to take on the city, you're ready for an Audi.
Thank you for making us your #1 newscast.
This is News 4 New York with Chuck Scarborough and Sue Simmons.
Good evening. Chuck is off tonight as 3 teens face murder charges in an ugly attack, white against black.
11 teenagers in all are being paraded in the police lineup tonight. They're accused of chasing and beating 3 black teenagers in Howard Beach, Queens this past weekend. One victim ran for his life and was struck down and killed by a car. Mike Taibbi is standing by at the 106th Precinct in Queens with the latest. Mike?
Yeah, what we're seeing right now is some commotion out here because some of the youths who were brought in to participate in lineups have just been let out, and they're fooling around the street a little bit right now. Let's get right down to the suspects who will be charged shortly. They are Jason Ladone, Scott Kern, who is 17 years old, and John Lester, 17 years old, all 3 students at John Adams High School, which is just right down the street over here. Now, although those arrests will take place in about, or the charges will take place in about a half hour, 45 minutes from now, nothing is going to be rushed in this case because there's too much pressure to make sure this crime is solved with no mistakes. There was a procession of teenagers in and out of the 106th Precinct tonight. They had been induced to come here to take part in lineups at $15 per appearance, lineups in which the 11 youths detained today would also take part. There wasn't much talk or concern among these recruits about the story that now owns the city's headlines.
I came here and volunteered myself.
Why?
What? I'm going to pay you for it. If you make money, why aren't you sitting there and make money?
Yeah, well, what do you think about being a part, so to speak, of this whole case? I mean, here you are, and maybe somebody comes in, one of these alleged victims comes and says...
They picked me out. I know I wasn't there, that's all that counts.
Yeah. But everybody else is taking this incident very seriously. After all, if it happened as charged by the victims, the fatal assault Friday night outside a Howard Beach pizzeria was reminiscent of the racial attacks of the pre-civil rights era South. A small group of blacks stopping after an automobile breakdown in a white enclave, and then an impromptu mob of 11 whites alerted to the presence of blacks on their turf, taking bats and clubs and beating and then chasing their quarry until one of them, construction worker Michael Griffin, ran onto the highway in the path of an onrushing car. News 4 obtained an interview with one of the victims and with a relative of another of the victims.
A guy threw a stick at me and hit me in the back after I noticed the guys coming up on me. So I started running, after that, and I didn't see my other friends, they went opposite ways, and I was a little scared, and I had to run, felt like I tried to, run for my life.
What they did, what I mean is the crime they did, kill Michael, I think they should be punished for that. They should be killed too.
The official reaction has been unanimous and building in intensity since Saturday.
But this was the worst murder that I believe has taken place in the modern era of this city because of all of the overtone.
Statements were made that niggers, you're in the wrong neighborhood, you don't belong in this neighborhood, get out of here.
It's time.